Hi guys, I know you think, what are we going to do today? Didn't we already do that? Yes, we did this and we gave you the template, but I've had several people contact me that are making lots and lots of these. I had made a template for myself and I thought I should share this with you. It makes it so much quicker. So let's get started. We did the heart box video just recently. I wanted to show you what I had done so I could get a lot of them done quickly instead of using a ruler and hand scoring every little thing. This is the template we used to do the heart box. I had made my first one with a heavy plastic, which is actually one of my clear mounts, my IOD clear mounts, and it worked wonderful for this. It is strong enough that I can put a stylus in between. It does not break this, and when I'm laying this down, I literally can just go and just use my stylus in every spot without having to measure every single one. So I'm going to show you how I made this, and then you could also use this idea for any of the other templates that you do scoring with, and you would have a template ready to go and you don't have to mark every single one. The gridded lines worked well, but I found one of my old clear mounts. So you can probably find a thick piece of clear plastic that you can still cut through. I'm just putting it on top of this paper template. I'm just going to use a Sharpie and draw around the outside edges of this. When you're using a Sharpie, make sure your ruler goes just a little ways away because you know that it's a little thick there. I'm just tracing around the outside edges. I'm just drawing on the outside black lines. And we had done this so the black was the cutting lines and the red and the blue were the scoring lines. So I've got that drawn out. So if this decides to slide or move, I can tell because I will know that this needs to go right here. And what I may do is just tape this and this down so it doesn't slide and move on me. Now, if you'd like to, you can get a ruler to cut this. I've tried that, and unless you're using a metal ruler, sometimes I end up cutting through my ruler. So you can just eyeball it, and I'm using a new Sharp X-Acto. Now, when you're cutting these lines out, you don't want to go all the way to the end. You probably want to give yourself probably 1/4 inch that you will not go to so your pieces stay together. I'm just cutting on both sides of the line to make a long skinny rectangle. So you want it wide enough that your stylus or whatever you're using will fit in there, but not so wide that it's just going to slide around and your lines will not be correct. So I'm going to be doing this to all of the blue and red score lines. And I found I've had to cut through it a couple times. Usually I try to get my first cut as smooth as I can, and then the second one usually will go just into the groove. I get all my little tangly pieces off. Right in here, all of this has been taken out. It's gone from here to here. I made a slice about 1/4 inch from the point and 1/4 inch down here. And I'm going to do that with all of them. So they're still intersected here and you haven't completely cut it all apart. Like my pen fits in here very nicely. So you can see this would be a nice score line. So I'm starting at about 1/4 inch and I'm going just on the one side of this drawn line. And then I stop about 1/4 inch and I went over. And I am going to cut on the other side. And I go back through on the same lines again. On the top and the bottom of these little rectangles, I found that if I just do a little angle, that just seems to work the easiest. Can honestly tell you this takes a little time and patience, but by the time you have it done, it will save you so much time later. Okay, so you're going to continue on and do it for all the red and blue score lines. So every line that we actually did not trace with a Sharpie, we are going to do this with. So I have finished cutting all my little slits where all of these score lines are on here. I stapled this on the outside edges to my paper so it didn't move. And all I'm going to do is finish cutting out this template. There we go. So let's try this out. So I'm just going to use this piece of paper right here. I'm going to lay this on here and trace around the whole thing first. And then I am just going to score on all these lines. This is where you're really saving your time. I think I got them all. So I can see all the score lines on here, so I am just going to cut this out very quickly. So on the other video, I have it more detailed exactly what we're doing here. So all I'm doing is using my score lines that I have on here and folding them in. And I made this template to make the score lines a little bit easier if you were doing lots. So on the original template, I've shown you which are the mountain folds and which are the valley folds, and exactly how you put this all together. I just wanted to show you how scoring with a template can save you time. And you can see how this all goes. So you could finish putting this together, but you can see how this works. So any type of a template you would need for cutting or folding, you could just, if you use a heavy enough plastic, if you cut your lines out, it will be steady for you to score in without having to measure and mark each area. So this takes a little bit longer, but in the long run, you save so much time. So no matter what type of project you're doing, if it has lots of cuts and curves and scores, especially scores, this is a great way to make your own personalized template to get your projects done. I hope you guys enjoyed this, but whatever you do, have fun.